again, we're doctors. We're given special rights and privileges by society. They let us prescribe drugs. They let us be involved in some of the most intimate and hardest moments of people's lives. And all of these like privileges are hinged and contingent on the idea that society trusts that when people come to the hospital or they go to their primary care doctor and they sit in that chair, you think that you have their best interests at heart. And if we know that the lack of diversity right now is driving negative health outcomes for populations, then it's our moral duty, I think, as clinicians to correct it. And to correct it, it means, yes, working with middle schoolers and high schoolers to get them into STEM programs that will support them, and then also getting people into undergraduate programs that will support them as they try to get to medical school. Like myself, I was part of the Posse Foundation, which is like a national scholarship program for urban high school students that help support people as they get to college so that they can make it to the next step. And I don't think I'd be at HMS. I actually know that I wouldn't like have ever even applied to HMS if Posse hadn't been there for me since my senior year of high school. That story, or like my story, can't continue to be the exception to the rule, right? Like here at HMS, like we need to be making sure that the high school students in Roxbury and Dorchester are having the same opportunities, and that they are represented in the class and end up becoming clinicians just as often as kids from Newton are. So it's a lot of things. I think it's racial diversity, it's ethnic diversity, and it's also socioeconomic diversity. Or like, yeah, you could check all of the identity boxes on the outside, but there's still something to be said about understanding the lived experience of growing up poor that a lot of people don't get, and we need doctors who understand how being poor changes your worldview and the decisions that you make. We can't call ourselves doctors if we continue to let monolithic healthcare workforce serve as a barrier to entry for patients to get the care they need.
For me, diversity in medicine means fostering trust and comfort in that relationship. I know from my personal experience with my family members, and I have physicians who are Latinx, I feel comfortable not only that they speak our language, but that they understand our culture and our background and where we're coming from. And that's the type of physician that I hope to be for my patients and that we need more of.
Diversity in medicine is important for so many reasons. It's important because a 5-year-old boy who wants to pursue medicine needs to see physicians who look like him to show him that he can, in fact, pursue his dreams. It's important because a medical student, like myself, needs to see physicians who look like them to tell them that they do belong in medicine and that medicine is a space that is accommodating for them. Physicians need to see physicians who look like them to show them that they are supported and that this is a space where they belong. Patients who come into a hospital distraught need to see doctors who look like them to say, oh, their experiences on the team are represented. Diversity in medicine is important for so many reasons. And so it's really important that we consider ways to increase the number of underrepresented minorities in medicine and push policies that not only get them there, but give them a seat at the table.
Hey y'all, welcome to Fabric 2021. I'm here to talk a little bit about what diversity and inclusion means to me. And I think diversity means to me literally the opportunity to provide the best level of care for our patients. There have been many studies that have shown that ethnic racial concordance between patient and physician lead to better health outcomes for patients of color. So we as a medical institution need to continue to diversify our workforce so that our patients receive the best care possible and we can provide the best services for them. In addition to diversity, we also need to focus on inclusion. And for me, that means that making sure that when these individuals are brought to our institutions, that they have all the support and mechanisms in place to make sure that they are successful and have what they need to succeed. Recently, I started an organization called We Got Us, which is an empowerment project focused on empowering the Black community through information, education about COVID and the vaccine, in addition to increasing access to the vaccine for Black and marginalized communities. So please know that if you decide that this is the home that you want to be a part of, that there are plenty of opportunities to do this kind of advocacy and work, to diversify our workforce and to serve our marginalized populations. In addition to that, please check out the We Got Us project. You can find us on all the social media sites and also our website, wegotusproject.org, and learn more about our organization and the ways that we might be able to support your community. Thank y'all, and I hope you enjoy.